Hello, Flosstube. I'm Carrie.
I'm Whitney.
I'm Sarah.
We are 3 trail stitchers.
Am I even in the frame?
I don't know, but my
Oh,
hair
there we
is
go.
a mess. Oh well.
I didn't even do anything with mine.
You get what you get. Whew, it's hot.
You've been up moving around.
Yeah. Welcome back. 29 seconds in. You've just seen us fanning ourselves. Feel like we should just start over.
Let's just keep going.
All right.
start
It's
over?
been a couple weeks, but we're back with another riveting installment of our Flosstube.
3 Trail Stitchers Flosstube.
Yeah. So we're just gonna get into it. Sarah and I went to Disney with our dad, and we just got back Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I feel like it takes me a full month to recover from a week at Disney, at least in the summer. Spring break, it wasn't as bad,
No.
but it was hot. I mean, not much hotter than it is here.
I was
be
going to
honest.
say, there were some days, though, that were like
Breezy.
mornings and evenings were not as
Nice.
bad. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit nicer.
It's equally as gross here in Missouri, but
Oh,
we're not
yeah.
like outside in it.
True.
Wandering
Yeah,
around,
Wandering
so.
around. And black
Yeah.
top pavement.
But we had a good time. It wasn't crazy crowded. I didn't think it was
No,
ridiculous.
it wasn't as crowded as when we went last year in June. Last year in June was like almost Christmas level crowds.
Yeah, we did
Wow.
some stuff that we don't normally do because we like missed some of our normal rides because there was lots of stuff broken down. Off and
Yeah,
on.
like I think
Kind
the
of a bummer.
Pirates must have escaped from Pirates of the Caribbean because it was down like for a day and a half.
Yeah. So
And then like hour waits for Haunted Mansion. I don't know if they're in there prepping the bodies, what they're doing. But
the ghosts.
we don't wait an hour for anything.
The
at
ghost
Disney.
toast was on a break.
Yeah, Ghost Toast was on the break.
So anyway, but now we're back.
Back again.
Back to Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
So we're gonna get into it. I don't have any finishes, but they both do.
I have one finish. I
big one.
finished. Yay.
So good.
Don't Eat the Plants from Ingleside Imaginarium.
Oh, it's so good.
And it's on Bestitch Me Garden Party 16 count with Bestitch Me silks. that
Your
were
back's
called for.
really good.
And did you have? So you had plenty. You had enough.
I had like 2 of the colors. I was down to like 3 or 4 pieces of string, or floss. Sorry, but yeah, I had just because I was like afraid. I'm gonna have to stop and order, and it's gonna take and I'm gonna get out of the mood to stitch it. But
Yeah.
I had just enough. So
It's really pretty. I really like
I'm
it.
gonna frame it. It'll when I find a
So
good
for
frame
anybody wants to
sale.
but
That is my mega finish.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I enjoyed
I think you
stitching
stitched it pretty quick too.
Yeah, I started March 18th and finished it June 10th.
Because you stitched them on other things in between.
I stitched on the Lola Crow
Oh yeah.
thing in between, but yeah, so.
All right. I cannot remember. I have 4, and I don't remember if I showed 2 of these last time or not, or if I was still working on them. The other 2 I finished while we were at Disney, so I know I didn't show those. So the first one, and I cannot remember the name of this, but it's by Bad Stitched, and it was on her Patreon. And it's just like a little fairy stump cottage. It's so good.
It's so cute.
It's so good. And then this is Noctiflora Sleepy Shrooms. I think maybe I was working on that. Like maybe I was almost done.
Yeah, I don't think you had it finished.
Yeah.
I think you finished it that night.
And then the next 2 are... The next 2 are Stitch Sprout, Acorn Cottage.
I love that one.
So good. And Mushroom House, which was on her Patreon this month.
I like that one too.
Yeah. And I hope she does like a ton more of these because I absolutely love stitching them.
She just fell off the back of the chair.
Love her.
All right. So those are my finishes. I've just really been into doing small stuff lately. And Whitney tells me to stitch what speaks to me, and those
It's true.
those were
I wish I could find small stuff that speaks to me.
Yeah.
Because everything I stitch is like huge, and then I get burnt out on it and I
Yeah.
never finish it. But I can't ever find anything small that
Yeah.
is what I want to do. So
All right. we're on to whips. Cool whip. All right, so I stitched a lot. I only really stitched on 2 things. I stitched a lot on this Satsuma Street 4 Elements. Is that what it's called? 4 Elements out. Am I caught up? Nope, because the next part came out. So here's what I
You've
have.
got a lot done though.
Wow.
This is what I have of the water element. And then I took it to Disney, but it's on black and hotel rooms are dark. And so I was like, not going to happen. Like I tried stitching on it one night, like using like the headlamp thing, but my stitches weren't looking great. And so I just put it away. So I need to go back to it. The second part, which is Earth, came out while we were gone, I think. So I need to get back to that, but it's enjoyable. I like Satsuma Street stuff.
Yeah, her colors are always so good.
For this Wonka bag we made.
We need to get back to making bags.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, I've been wanting to start this for a long time. This is one of the forest houses from Owl Forest Embroidery. You can get them through the Etsy page. I don't know if it's her or somebody that just sells her.
I think it's someone who sells her stuff for her.
Yeah.
Shut.
Something.
Something. Shut.
This is the Badger house?
Yes.
They've gotten quite a bit done on that.
Yeah. And I started this at Disney. So while we were there, I got basically the fireplace and most of the Badger. I didn't have like the rocker done. So the rest I've done since I've been home.
Oh, okay.
You had one of the shelves done.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoyed it. And I went ahead and bought, there's 4 of the forest houses. I went ahead and bought, this is on Vintage Country Mocha.
You bought
The fox and the duck, the fox and the
goose or fox and
something
duck
like
or
that. I
something.
bought that one, and I'm gonna do it. I need to order a piece of like, I think I'm gonna do it on like pink, like do each one on different color
Oh, yeah.
back. Kind of like 4 seasons-y. I don't think that's her intent, but
How do you think you're gonna finish them?
oh, I don't know.
Okay.
Who knows? I don't know. I mean, it'd be nice to like put them each in like frames or something and like hang them together, but you know, who knows? We'll see. I'm sure I'll set it down and start stitching something else.
Right,
and
yeah,
forget about
that's
it.
how. Okay, so I am behind on the Lola Crow Greenhouse Oddities. I'm halfway done with part 2, and parts 3 and 4 came out, which are amazing. I just
Yeah, when I see it, it always makes me want to go back to it.
yeah, I wanted to finish
So
that,
big.
so I didn't. And the other thing I'm working on, I'll just show a picture of because
I know what I forgot. My cabinet of curiosities I did. From Dark Academia.
so this
Maybe
is
show it next time.
a tombstone quote. It says, "You tell him I'm coming and hell's coming with me."
Harold's coming with me.
So I started that, I don't know, earlier in the week. So I'm not very far on. I think I have part of the quote stitched. And that's about it. And it's on just some fabric I found in
It's got a big old border.
It has a massive border.
I told her when I stitch it, I think I'm gonna leave off all the white border and just do the other.
I wish I
border.
would have thought about that before I,
Yeah.
because that's, I mean, it's a big piece anyway. But you know what I can't find? Like, I was in the mood to stitch like Western themed, like frontier, rustic themed, and I can't find any patterns or any smalls.
I have
so
the,
if you guys
um,
know any that are out there, shoot them my way.
I have the, is it Country Cottage or Little House Needleworks Tumbleweeds? I have those.
You should show them to
Maybe
her.
I'll have to look at those
Yeah.
if you know where they're at, because that's kind of what my vibe is
They're
right
somewhere.
now.
I have that Oregon Trail pattern I stitched.
Yeah, I do.
Get
love
in,
that.
loser. We're going to get dysentery. The only other thing, I've been stitching those little houses, and the only other thing is I got part 1 of the greenhouse sow done. So I'm behind. I also need to do parts 2, 3, and 4. I don't know when I'll get this back out. Every time I see it, I want to stitch it, but then, then Bad Stitch comes out with like a new mushroom, or there's a new little house, or so. That's what I got.
I think I'm just there for a little bit. I was in like a plant vibe, and like
Yeah.
and now I'm kind of like, I'm on to something
Yeah.
different now. So it's hard.
That
to,
looks really good.
pick it back up.
The
We'll see if
stitches look good.
I mean, let's face
stick
it,
with
it's nice when you buy a Sal that
What is
even
it?
though you're not cut up.
I don't
you're
know. It's like something I bought from that Express Stitchery.
It is really
It was
scratchy.
like a Ada sale, but it's like the other day my arm was all red from it. The extra
Ooh,
ribbon on
wow.
it. Yeah.
It looks like that vintage country mocha, but it's not.
No, it didn't have a name, so it's 14 count, but I don't know what it is.
I don't have any haul.
Oh, I do.
Sorry about
Do you
that.
have
I bought the
Oh.
same box, but I forgot to bring
Whitney
it.
and I both bought the pirate box from Starlight Stitchery, and so I brought mine. So here's the paper.
Let me read what they are.
Yeah, why don't you read what I do?
Okay. So the pattern collection.
So the pattern collection, and I'm going to show you a few. So this is probably going to be one of the first ones I stitched. I think I'm going to stitch it on red currant. It's called the
Love
Black Pearl.
that.
I know.
That's probably one of my favorite ones.
Stitchy
I think
Stitcher.
they're all pretty good.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah,
good.
there's not one in here. Well, there's really not one in here I don't like at all. What Lies Beneath, Stitch Sprout.
Like that one.
And I love that she uses 4 of the 5 fancy flosses that are in the box.
The Quaker one uses all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like that
So,
one too. Watch showing your pattern.
no, if you had fought like a man, you needn't be hanged like a dog. And the other one says the sea speaks more honestly to those willing to drown. What's the other one? Let's see. Sorry. This is Fine Frog Stitching. This is Captain Polly. Absolutely love that.
Yeah. They're all so good.
I
I
know.
love the Noctiflora one too.
Yes. This is
I like
Bendy
that one.
Stitchy, the Pirate Quaker.
Yeah,
I
that
love
one
that.
uses all the colors.
Well, then
from the
I
box.
might do that one
Yeah.
first
I really like
to
that
see what colors I have left. The Dancing Molly by Urban Stitches. Hers is more blackwork designs rather than cross stitch, but it's still amazing.
It's like a lot of backstitch, right?
Yeah. Treasure Map by Cobweb and Rose. These are so awesome. Captain
This one is
Seaposs
amazing.
Yes.
by Mama Witch Cross Stitch.
It's another possum.
It's another possum.
Let's get ready to possum.
Do, 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 do.
I love this one.
I know. Ghost Ship by Noctiflora Design.
What's that stitched in?
It is, I think it's just
I think
DMC.
it's DMC's.
Yeah, it's just DMC.
Oh, the colors are so good.
I know.
That'd be cool on black.
Ooh, yeah, that would be.
Defender of the Sea by Stitch Crypt.
I also
That's a
love
cool
that
one
one
too.
Yeah. Horizon Bound by Stitched Witch.
That's good too, but it's a lot of stitches.
Yeah, that's full coverage. And I think, is this the last one? Yes.
Yeah.
And Frog Pirates by Bad Stitch. That will also get stitched pretty soon.
You have a Shirley.
Oh, okay.
Shirley's eyes went.
Okay, that was the book. What's next?
Golden Sand hand dyed fabric from Starlight Alchemy. Very pretty.
Very pretty. I might do the Quaker on that.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Hand dyed embroidery floss from Forbidden Fiber Co.
So you
The
got
Jolly Roger.
Okay, hold on, Jolly Roger.
Says the fading black of a flag.
Jolly Roger.
Very cool. Pieces of 8, doubloon gold.
Pieces of 8.
Briny Deep, the deep blue ocean.
Briny.
Love that one.
I do
Yeah,
too.
very pretty.
Skull and crossbones, which is sun bleached bone.
Love it.
And then no quarter, a bloody red.
Okay.
Doubloon Needleminder by World on a String by Dara. I thought that was 2 different
No.
things. That's cool.
So,
I think it's the coin. Isn't that your coin? Oh, no. Okay.
yeah, this is.
I thought the coin was a needleminder.
No, it's just
they
coins.
stick together.
Okay.
I feel like you could use it either way.
All right.
Polite Menace Luxury Wax Melt. It says salty sea air, teakwood, citrus for the scurvy,
Oh, teakwood.
patchouli and spice.
Oh, patchouli is what we're smelling.
Comfort Blend Orange and Cinnamon Black Tea, which my mom claimed.
Yeah, Mom already claimed
It,
it.
it smells like straight up like Christmas.
Like,
This
I
is
didn't even get to
cinnamon
take
chips,
it.
orange peel, ginger, clove, orange. I mean, it's Christmas.
Yeah, I took this over to show Mom and Carrie, and Carrie goes, "Can I open the tea and smell it?" And I said, "Sure." She hands it to Mom, and the next thing I know, the tea's missing.
Pirate Ship Dictionary print by Fresh Prints of Connecticut.
It's awesome. I'm going to frame it,
Yeah,
that's
it's really cool.
and it's going to go on a shelf.
Pirate Coin by Illusionist, featuring a quote from Captain Henry Every. This antique gold finished coin is perfect for flipping when you can't decide which whip to work on.
I am a man of fortune and must seek my fortune.
You can also use a strong magnet and use it as a needle minder.
What?
Polite Menace sticker by the Coin Laundry Print Shop.
Oh, shoot. Polite Menace.
The Pirate Stitch Box sticker.
Pirate Stitch Box sticker.
And that's it.
So, I am very happy. The last box
there's
I
a
got...
Pirates playlist on Spotify.
Ooh. I also got the Dark Academia box from her a few months ago, and I stitched the Cabinet of Curiosity, and I did finish that. I just forgot to bring it with me to show. And there's a cat one in that one book. I really want to stitch cat too. So,
Yeah, it was a good box.
it was a good box.
Yeah, there's one in that Dark Academia that I want to stitch the Lola Crow that kind of goes along with the library.
Like if she would do a subscription, like an every other month subscription,
Yeah.
I would seriously consider it.
It probably
I really
takes a
like
lot.
that process.
I can't imagine
No.
getting all that together.
Mm-mm.
All right, so
Haul.
we did haul.
We did that. It was haul. Yeah, sorry.
Plans.
Sorry. Plans.
I'm gonna keep working on this guy because I'm just enjoying it. So until I don't enjoy it anymore, and then I need to get a couple of flosses and get going again on the Jardin Privé.
I thought you were gonna go get those last night.
I was too tired.
Oh.
I was tired. Seriously, like it does take a
I'm
week.
gonna grab one.
And our air quality in Kansas City, I mean, I know it's
terrible.
worse.
Oh yeah, we
Believe me. I know you guys have it worse, probably where you are, but it is really bad. And I think coming back from Florida where it wasn't as bad has kind of like, ugh. Anyway, I want to stitch the next women because all I've done is Cleopatra, and she's done 5 already. She does 1 each Wednesday, and then if you like donate or buy one of her patterns, you can get bonus patterns. So there's been a couple bonus patterns as well. So I want to get back to that. And then I think there's some people doing a stitch along, and I can't remember who it is.
Was it Sarah?
No. Rebel Stitcher posted it. I want to say Michigan Stitcher. I don't know. Anyway, look at Rebel Stitcher's site of they're doing a stitch along of these, which I really like that idea, especially like coming up to the 4th. And Memphis Sarah and I talked about stitching these along as well, so maybe she will join as well. So I think I'm gonna do, these are the civil samplers from Rebel Stitcher. I think the person who's hosting is doing the Shirley Chisholm quote, which I do love. So I might do that one.
What's that quote?
If they don't give you a seat at the table, bring a folding chair. So I think I might do that one, but I'm gonna have to, she does it in Classic Colorworks, and I don't want to buy fancy floss. So I think I might get like, yeah, but I think I might get just some kind of cool variegated, like DMC, and do it all in the same variegated
Yeah,
floss.
that'd be pretty.
Oh, that'd be neat.
So I'd like to start this sometime before the 4th of July. We'll see. So I can enjoy stitching it while my neighbors blow up the neighborhood.
My neighbors started that last
Yeah,
night.
I heard him last night too.
I heard the stadium last night. At first, I thought it was my neighbors. But
Like,
then
we're
I
gonna
realized
drown
it was
people.
the
No, it was
stadium.
it was the people.
Well,
who
no, you
walked
can't
over.
hear the
Yeah,
stadium from
no.
your house, so
I was
that's
irritated. It was like 9:30 and
It's all well and good.
Fireworks.
It's all well and good. I know people love their fireworks, but
People
maybe
do.
you don't need to start 2 weeks early and go 3 months later
right.
because it
It
bothers
scares-
the pets.
Scares my dogs.
It scares the animals.
Yeah.
It scares my neighborhood groundhog.
it scares my sister.
Well, that doesn't scare me, but the other stuff you hear.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Whatever.
So yeah, those are my plans. What are your plans?
I don't know. I'll probably keep picking at this tombstone quote till, I don't know. I really just want to find something smaller, but of course I looked on Etsy last night. I was like scrolling and everything I found was like big. And
Yeah.
I can't find.
I like this. I
smalls.
think you could do
I
like
like
just
it.
part, like come over and do this. Like don't do all border.
Yeah, that's I was disappointed when I didn't look that close to the border. I was like, oh no, because it's. I mean, it's
How
even
much
without
of
the border,
how much of that border have you done?
half of the top and half of the
I was
side.
gonna say take the white part out.
Yeah,
and just
no,
leave the-
I've gone
Got
too
it.
far.
You've gone too far.
Yeah, so we'll see if I.
You could always even it up and do like this corner and this corner. And
Yeah.
then leave the sides open.
Yeah, that's true.
Of course. That's probably a lot.
I mean, yeah. So we'll see.
Always looking for a way to avoid borders.
Right. Yeah.
That's me.
So that's it. I don't know.
Are you gonna catch up on that, do you think?
I don't know.
I like the woman.
Yeah, I mean the pieces are great. I really enjoy it.
It looks amazing.
It's just
You just have to be in the mood.
it's so much counting. Like I love her stuff, and I know it's counted cross stitch, and you have to count on, but it's so much counting, and
It's because of all her shading.
Yes.
She does amazing
it's
shading.
beautiful when it's done. But my brain,
But there's so much like hit and miss
yes,
stitching.
my brain has been on overload this week because of other things going on, and I just can't handle the counting right now. So I don't. I mean, I will go back to it. I'm just not sure when. So.
I also bought the Pride pack from Starlight Stitchery.
Yeah, I bought that too.
And there are some amazing ones in there, but Bad Stitched had a Pride mushroom, and so Bad Stitched on this month's Patreon, June's mushroom is based on Lisa Frank, who was the sticker goddess in the 80s. And stop it. So I kind of I'm all kitted up to start that.
I love that.
I know, but then I'm also all kitted up to start her Pride mushroom, her fungi.
Which is equally as good.
Yes,
Yeah.
equally as good. So, but then there's something I don't think my niece watches this, but there's something I really want to stitch for her, and I'm gonna try and kit it up this weekend. And it's queer goth in that tombstone. Oh, it's so good. So, I've got 3 things I really want to try and start. She's fine.
She wants to be part of the show today.
My cats want attention.
But if you are a supporter of Pride, and for $10 it was like 16 patterns.
Yeah, it's a lot of patterns.
I mean, they're really good. They're really good designers, and they're just really fun, and they're small, quick patterns. So
Yep, there are some good ones.
I'm gonna show that to Whitney.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, it was a fine frog. I think that was on her. I think that might have been like a Patreon bonus.
I also bought all this stuff and I want to stitch this.
I know.
But
That's the danger of putting everything in books is like.
Oh yeah, her Patreon.
the nostalgic Ouija, which is sort of Lisa Frankie as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
But there's too many things. And I feel like I'm to the point where like I'm overwhelmed by how many widths
How many
I have.
things? Yeah.
So that's probably it for stitching. Yeah, I think that's it for stitching.
I think so.
Sorry, there's all kinds of gunk on my table. We are going to do a quick little media corner, which is what we're reading, watching, or listening to. So if you don't want to hear that, you can hit the road. We won't take it personally because although this video isn't that long, so you could hang around. My hair gets crazier the longer this video goes on. Yeah, so that's gonna start now. I'm reading a new book by Julie Murphy, who wrote Dumplin'. She's a YA author, but she also writes like some middle grade books, and it's called Camp Sylvania. And I really like it. It's about this girl that goes, she wants to go to this theater camp, but instead her parents send her to a fat camp. And I think that there's like supernatural element. I mean, Sylvania, we can guess what there is there, but it's pretty fun so far. I'm enjoying it a lot. So I'm reading that. Listening to, I started a new podcast that I thought my friend had recommended, but she said she didn't. So I don't know where I saw the recommendation. So it could have been one of you. And it's called Scamanda. And it's about this woman named Amanda who, I mean, it'll give it away, but I feel like the name kind of gives it away. She's, says that she has cancer, and it's sort of like her church and her community starts donating money and things to her. And,
okay.
But it's really good. It's really interesting, and it's just like wackadoo. People are wacky. And then I think that's all I've really listened to. And then I've been watching Silo. Why does that sound wrong? Yeah, on Apple TV.
You're
sounds
looking at
wrong.
me like I would know what you're watching.
But I'm not caught up, so
What
no
is it?
spoilers. It's based on a book by Hugh Howey, and it's very City of Ember, but it's a little different. It's like people that live in this underground silo in the future, and like they don't go outside, but you don't really know
Why they don't go outside.
Yes, and then there's like it's also like kind of a murder mystery thing. It's really good, so if you haven't watched it. And then I watched Burden of Proof on Netflix, maybe, which was like a 4-part true crime about a brother whose sister went missing when she was a teenager and he was away at college, and he always felt like his parents were somehow involved.
Oh.
And so it's him investigating this case and dealing with like, it was really well done. It's sad, but it's really well done. And then I also watched some other true crime thing. Oh, that weird Natalia Grace thing that's on Netflix. Oh, it's on HBO Max. They're both on HBO Max or Max, whatever it's called now.
Right.
Which is also crazy. So I think it's something of the true story of Natalia Grace, it's about these people who adopt a girl from the Ukraine, and it's kind of like that. I don't know if it's what that movie The Orphan is based on, but they claim that she's an adult, and there's like child abuse claims and all this kind of stuff. So wackadoo. And then I started rewatching The Last of Us because I wanted to, and Pedro Pascal. Pedro. So that's about it.
I don't really have a whole lot. Like, I'm not reading or listening to anything. I watched the Waco Aftermath.
Oh, I watched
I
that.
finally got my Paramount Plus to work.
Did you watch the first one?
Yeah, I watched the first one when it was originally on
Okay.
TV. So I watched that.
I thought it was really good.
It was good. Yeah, it was good. Last night, my husband and I, for the second time, but he had never seen it, The Pope's Exorcist.
That's the one with Russell Crowe, right?
Yeah, which surprised me that he wanted to watch it. Like, he chose it over John
I was going to
Wick
say,
4, and
that's
I was
not
like,
usually his thing, so.
It's not really his thing.
Did he like it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
he didn't say one way or another. He questioned a lot of things through it, and I'm just like, just take it for what it is.
Just go with
It's
it.
an exorcism movie. Like, it's just what it is. But that's pretty much it. I found a station. It's called Circle TV, and they show like the Grand Ole Opry shows and stuff like that. But they also run the reruns of Longmire. So I've been watching the reruns of Longmire.
I think that's on Netflix.
It is. It's just like something I turn on in the evenings, and
I should
watched
rewatch
it.
that. I
Yeah,
love Longmire.
it's really good.
So sad when that
that's
ended.
pretty much it.
I'm not reading anything, which usually over the summer I do, but I'm just not in the mood right now. I haven't really been listening to anything. Apparently I need to catch up on Strange and Unusual because I saw Daisy Egan, who's the host of that podcast, or Strange and Unexplained.
Strange and Unexplained.
On Instagram the other day, and she said that the last episode was one of her all-time favorites.
Oh, yeah, I need to
So
catch
now
up
I
on
really
that.
want to listen to it. Carrie and I started The Stand.
Oh, I totally
on
forgot
Paramount
about
Plus. That's okay,
totally
because
forgot
I was
about
worried
that.
you were going to talk about it and I wouldn't have anything to say.
At Disney.
And so we watched most of it at Disney, and we finished the last 2 episodes when we got home. And now it kind of makes me want to. It sticks pretty close to the original miniseries, The Stand, but then it makes me wonder how close it sticks to the book, because that book is like, I don't know, 1 million pages long. And so I need to download the audio and listen to it.
Right?
It's a Stephen King, yeah. So I need to download the audio and listen to it and see, because
it was good. I started the stand like during lockdown, and I was like, you know what?
Well, I think that's when it originally came out. I think a lot of
now.
people, like Mom was even going to start it then, and she was like, no, don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
And then I watched last night's 2020, which was really good. That's a little crazy.
I don't know if I watched last night's.
Oh.
What about the Always Watching that did you watch that?
Oh, I watched Always Watching, a Marble Hornets story. I don't know what Marble Hornets is. I tried to look it up. I think it started on YouTube. It was actually pretty creepy. It's kind of like a found footage thing.
Ooh.
So yeah, it was pretty creepy. You know I love my found footage.
I do love found footage.
I think that's it. I think that's all I know there was stuff I watched before Disney, but like since we've got home, that's all I can remember.
We're tired.
We are tired.
I'm tired. I'm too old.
And I have some weird little floater down here.
Too old for Disney.
I keep wanting to close my eyes.
I popped a blood vessel in my eye.
Yeah.
It's real lovely.
We're getting too old for this. For traveling or something.
It's totally, I mean, we're not, but
we're not.
I think, like spring break, like we went nonstop. Like we really did. We walked
the weather,
like a ton of
I know,
steps
but there was like hardly, which
Yeah.
is very strange for Florida. Even though it was March, it's very strange for Florida not to have hardly any humidity.
It was, yeah.
And spring break was like a very nice spring.
Yeah, like we wore sweatshirts and stuff. And so I was like,
And
I
we were
think
just
going
kinda like,
back, I'm like, I'm gonna be good.
Yeah, we're
and
gonna
then
go,
like,
go, and no, we done it.
and when you stay where we stay with my dad, which
Because
I
we're
mean,
spoiled.
it's amazing. But you ride the monorail to Magic Kingdom and then to Epcot, and you like ride the monorail to the transportation. None of you care. Transportation and ticketing
Ramps.
center.
Let's just say that there are
And then you switch
452,000
and you ride
ramps.
the monorail to Epcot, but then when you leave, you go up like
84,000.
it's so many ramps.
And they're like 1,000 feet. They're like 1,000.
Yeah, and our
miles.
dad, who's 80, is like, yeah, and we're like,
And our chunky butts are back there going, yeah, we'll catch up. You can take that monorail. We'll get the next one.
it's like your yearly stress test. You know what I mean?
It
You're
really
like,
is.
"Ugh."
Our favorite was when we made it up there, and here comes the monorail, and
Oh,
it dies on the
died.
track.
Oh no.
And we stand there forever, and it was one of the hotter days. And even Dad was kind of like,
Yeah, we were
at
done.
one point,
we were all done.
At one point, Dad was like, "How much does it cost to take one of those minivans?" And if you knew our dad,
Yeah, he didn't pay for that.
he don't pay for that stuff. So eventually, they got buses to take us to Ticket and Transportation Center, but it was just like
$40, by the way.
Yeah, $40
to take a
by the way.
minivan from Epcot to the Grand Floridian.
We looked it up, but by the time we actually got to where we were going to sign in and order
probably
one,
15-minute drive.
Dad
maybe.
was like, "They just got buses here. Let's go." It's like, okay.
So we had to walk all the way
Back
to
down the
buses.
42,000 miles of ramp.
Like we stay there so we don't have to do buses. Walking all the way to the buses. We are.
Yeah.
It was
That's all right.
It was warm, but we went to the pool.
We had a good time though. When
We
we
had a
did
really good
do
time.
some things we haven't done before.
We ate some good food.
We ate some really good food.
That's what we go for.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
so that's it. We're going to watch some movies,
Yep.
relax, go get a sandwich for lunch.
Apparently-
We'll have taco salads for dinner.
Apparently, there's a new shark movie called Black Demon.
Yes.
Ooh, it went straight to on demand. It's gonna be
It's
a
gonna
good
be a
one.
good one.
It's gonna be a good one.
I watched the preview for it last night.
And then Stitch. We're gonna Stitch. The problem with this is there's all this white, like the top is all like this white
Yeah.
smoke type stuff. So I'm trying to work my way through it. I'm trying to do like, I started in the middle, and so now I'm trying to do like I did the bottom page. It's 4 pages, and so I did one page, the bottom corner. Now I'm going up and finishing this page, and then I'll come over and I'm trying to do page finishes like Whitney.
Yeah.
She's a page
I'm
finisher.
a page finisher. Yeah.
I'm usually all over the place.
No, I'm definitely a page finisher.
I love a full page pattern.
I do too. Like those are my favorites. but-
And a lot of people don't do them, and I mean, I'm sure that there's a reason they don't do them. And
That's honestly the only nitpick I have on Starlight Stitchery's boxes.
Yeah.
I wish they came individual patterns because in a booklet they're, and I like to put them on my iPad.
Yeah.
So
We
then
like to
you
take
know,
a picture and put it on our iPad as our
separate
working copy.
pages. That's my
Yeah.
like if I were going to be super nitpicky, that would be my nitpick. Like I like the
they're
individual
so
patterns, but
good.
they're so good. So
all right, well, we'll let you go. We won't just stare at the camera. We're starting to zone off here. So We will let you go. We'll see you next time, probably a week or two. 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks.
Probably 2 weeks.
Next week, my son turns 25.
Oh my
What?
I
God.
have to go out
He's
for
a
his
quarter of a
birthday.
century.
Yeah, 25.
He'll be an antique.
Old. Yeah,
Crazy.
it's hard to believe.
That is hard to believe.
Yeah, because I'm still so young.
I'm still 21.
I'm still so young and spry. As we talk about dying at Disney.
As I
right.
take my pain pills.
Yeah.
For the day, yeah.
All right. Well, we will let you go, and we will see you next time. Hope you have a good week or two. Hope you get some stitching in. Hope your air quality is better than ours, and we will see you next time. Bye, guys. Stay healthy.
Bye.
See you real soon.